Joining me for more on the developments in River State is founder, policy shapers, Ebenezer Wikina, who joins me live from Port Harcourt. Good to have you join us at this time, Mr. Wikina. Let's talk about this notice of gross misconduct. Now, the process should be that the House, is supposed to notify the governor and not to publish in newspapers, as they've now decided to do. And they're only supposed to publish when the governor is not reachable. We have also seen events in the last 1 week, with the governor writing to the House and the House saying they did not receive any information from the governor. What does this say about the parties and the approach to these issues?
Yeah, no, thank you. Thanks a lot for having me, Ambassador. It's been a real back and forth, sadly. The governor's people saying something, the House people saying something else. And that has dominated the media over the past couple of weeks. And just as you rightly said, there is a process in the Constitution, there is a process for impeachment, right? And just as you said, that process starts with the gross misconduct allegation being published. And then within 7 days, the speaker is supposed to communicate that notice to the governor, not publishing it on the media, just as you've said. After that, the governor does have a right to either reply or not. Now, within 14 days of that notice being sent to the governor, this is from the Constitution, right? The speaker is then supposed to raise the issue on the floor of the State Assembly, and then the State Assembly would then, by motion, decide on if the Assembly wants to investigate this issue further or not. If the Assembly votes to, investigate on the issue further, then within 7 days, the Speaker of the House is supposed to inform the Chief Judge to set up a panel of non-partisan people who are not in public service or are not having any political ties to investigate further on that issue. And that panel is supposed to have 3 months at which they're supposed to go extensively to investigate further on that particular issue, on the allegation of gross misconduct. Then that allegation, that report from that panel gets presented to the State House of Assembly. And if the Assembly does, if the panel report actually does show that there's gross misconduct, then the Assembly can then vote to say yes or no on the impeachment of the governor. So there's a process that the Constitution lays down. And so the back and forth where we're saying, you're not talking to us, you're talking to us, or forwarding things on WhatsApp, I think that's really, at this stage in governance and public bureaucracy and administration, I think that's very embarrassing. And I think a lot more needs to be done to address it, yeah.
All right. And, just last Friday, the River State House of Assembly actually announced that they were adjourning plenary indefinitely. But now, we see them carrying out official functions. Will this in any way have any impact on the fairness and legality of whatever steps they are taking?
Yes, this is not the time to adjourn plenary indefinitely because just like the National Assembly, there's a time when the Assembly goes on recess, right? So they have a recess calendar. So knowing that the governor does have to present the budget to the Assembly, then the Assembly saying they are going on recess and adjourning indefinitely. At what point were they able to discuss 1/3? Because for you to publish a statement of gross misconduct, you need 1/3 of the Assembly to sign up to that particular statement. So at what point was that notice published? Have they met? If you've adjourned indefinitely, where did you meet and how did you meet to be able to publish this particular statement? So, and why are you not letting the governor come forward to present this? And also, why is the governor saying that he has sent the letter and the people are not showing evidence? So there are just so many questions. And I feel like it's just really disappointing to see that, at the stage we are currently as a state, we have all of these questions and factioning drawing us back because it does delay bureaucracy. Will civil servants be paid? Where would they be paid for at the end of this particular month? Because we have 2 weeks to the end of March, right? So there's so many more questions coming up. And I think that these are questions that people from the House of Assembly side and from the governor's side need to take seriously because that is what actually matters, much more than all of the back and forth.
So, Mr. Wikina, what do you consider the way forward, the way out of this, debacle, if you may call it that?
I think negotiation is always the way forward. People could talk about politics from now till tomorrow. Negotiation, the governor needs to meet with the House of Assembly members. I think that just as the Supreme Court ruling said, the budget needs to be presented to the House of Assembly, needs to be debated and then approved so that bureaucratic functions can actually happen. I also think that there's so much media conversation and there's so much conversation that is instigating a we versus them thing going on currently in the media. And that's why I think that there's a need for the people, the wishes of the people of the states to be put forward. Rivers people need development. Rivers young people need jobs. Rivers State needs to take care of its own electricity needs. There are many roads, there are many, like local government areas that are disconnected from the central city Port Harcourt. Right. Rivers people need to be able to, have, like resilience when it comes to floods, because the floods are going to come again. The rains have started to come, and this is a state that rains over and over again. So the development issues need to be put forward, and I think that these are the things that need to be put forward. And so that's why young people are pushing things forward through the Rivers 2050 project that we've been working on at Policy Shapers.
All right, Mr. Wikina, thank you very much for talking to us. Founder, Policy Shapers, Ebenezer Wikina, thank you for your time on TVC News at 1.